videos in the same day. Aren't you excited? So I told you it's probably like in the spring, that I was going to start doing this. I'm a preschool teacher, which I probably said before, but I would like to start doing a series of books for kids to do, and kind of what I would do with the book, kind of give the books a rating, because it is so important to read to your kids. 20,000 words a day we're told they need to hear. So not only do we need to be talking, we need to be reading. As always, when you start off with a book, make a game out of it, like hold it wrong, right? Like today in class, I held it upside down, and the kids were like, I was like, oh no, I can't read it. And they're like, Miss Chelsea, it's upside down. I was like, oh, okay. So do things like that, because you want to show them the correct way to hold the book, how to turn the pages. Pre-reading skills, they're going to need to know how to track print, not necessarily reading. Okay, so as always, do those things. As you're reading, make sure you're tracking with your finger. Make sure they know how to hold the book. I always like to read the title and the author, and you can talk about the author's one who writes the words. Lots of times there's an illustrator you can talk about. They're the ones who drew the pictures. You just want to get them used to that. If it's only one name, I say they wrote the words and drew the pictures. But the book I would like to talk about this time is Mr. S, okay, by Monica Arnaldo. And I don't have a physical copy because we are lucky at our preschool. The library gets to come once a month. So they come, they read a book, do a fun activity. This book is great. 5 out of 5 stars, I think, for kids. This is a great book talking about, like, first day of school. So this would be a great book to read in, like, the first week of school if you're a teacher, or just getting your kids ready, beginning of August before school starts, because you can go through and you can be like, oh, what are they doing, right? What are they doing? So you can talk about, oh, you're going to be doing these things at school too. So this is a good book to ask. You want to ask questions throughout. So like, oh, what are they doing? How do you think they liked it, right? You can point out their faces. Look, like, how do you think they liked it? Would you like to do this? What are some things that you would like to do at school? But this book is really cute. So it goes through, and yeah, you can just see you can't even see that. Like, you can just see all the fun things that they are doing at school. And then you could talk about that. And the funny part about this book that the kids really enjoyed was that the teacher was a sandwich, right? Mr. S. But they do story time, right? They go through the alphabet, things that normal preschoolers would do. So this is a good book for preschool, getting them ready to go back. But the kids enjoyed it because it's silly that a sandwich would be a teacher, right? And then at the end, you get a glimpse of, like, the yearbook, but you realize you can't really see anything. So you don't know, is it Mr. Sandwich? I mean, he is a sandwich, but it could be like Mr. Salami, Mr., you don't even know. But they really enjoyed it. And in the book, the kids also got to meet the principal. So, as I'm reading this book, I would just go through, point out what the kids are doing, and then the different people, right? The teacher. They're going to have a teacher. The principal comes in at one point, right? Point out, oh, you're going to have a principal of your school. These are just things. Point out all these, ask questions to get them prepared for school. These books I do not do theme songs with, but again, I don't edit. If you really enjoyed this video, please, please, please give it a thumbs up. Comment your opinions. I always like comments on similar books. I mean, if you have any suggestions for me, or always just I really want to know if you guys like this series, because it's going to be my books, but then I also love to do preschool books. Because, yeah, so many parents are like, I don't know what to read, what are good books? So yeah, always make sure you're using your finger when you point, show them where they're starting to read, make sure they know the cover, the author. Yeah, just ask questions throughout. I would ask, what are they doing? How are they, do you think they're enjoying it, right? Like, are they happy, sad about this, scared? Like, point, oh, do you think they're enjoying school? You can see one of the kids is that they all seem to be laughing. One of the kids, he doesn't. So you can just, it's a good way to also teach them and get them starting to pay attention to other kids' emotions. Because that is a big, big part of social emotional development, like being empathetic, learning that, oh, other people have emotions and I can start watching out how other people are feeling. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed this. Please give this a big thumbs up, share. I mentioned this in my other video that I am also posting today, but we're so close to 350 followers, so please keep sharing. I would love next time to be able to say that we reached it. You guys have been so awesome. Like, literally when I started, I had 14 followers. So I'm so glad that this is growing, that you guys are enjoying this. And see you next time.